How about you now, looking at all these young kids? What are you seeing? What's the biggest difference that you see? Is it size, power, hitting home runs? What's the biggest difference? You're not a big guy, and you had a hell of a career. What's the big difference between the 18-year-old high school superstar now, say, compared to, 20 years ago when you were 18 in the same boat? What do you see that's the biggest difference, Howard?
You know, I think I walked into the hotel lobby yesterday, and I thought I was in the wrong place because I didn't see a guy under like 6'2" for like the first 10 minutes I was in the lobby. And I was like, man, I'm really glad I don't have to go back and, play now because the guys are so big. But at the end of the day, baseball's baseball. If you can play the game, it doesn't matter whether you're big, tall, whatever. I mean, I think if you understand the game, you can do the fundamentals, and you have an IQ for the game, you'll be all right. And a lot of these kids being around these guys, they're eager to learn. You're around some of the best players in the country here, and they're all competing to make this national team. And, I mean, each guy wants to be here. Each guy is trying to do their best to stay here. And it's really exciting. I got a lot of guys asking questions, a lot of the right questions. And, it's fun to be around these guys and to try to give them a little bit of insight.
There you go. Good to hear that. Do you notice a little too much of that AAU theme? Everybody trying to throw 100 miles an hour and everybody trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark instead of keep putting the ball in play, moving runners along, hit them where they ain't. Do you notice a little too much of that swing and miss mentality and too much overpowering hitters with 100-mile-an-hour fastballs?
I think, from what I've seen today, the guys have been doing pretty good. A lot of guys swinging the bat well, seeing some good at-bats, quality at-bats. As far as moving runners and stuff, I haven't seen much of that. There hasn't been really that many opportunities. But other than that, I mean, just the quality of play I've watched from the first game today, there's a lot of guys that understand themselves and understand the game. And I think MLB and the USA team has done a really good job of putting together guys that can really help us compete. And seeing some of the young guys that I've seen, I mean, like I said, they're throwing some good at-bats together. And we had a few guys throw earlier that actually put together some really nice innings, working in some counts, getting out of trouble here and there. I mean, I'm excited about what I see and about the talent that I see. And there's another game later today that I'm going to watch as well. And they're trying to build the best team they can possibly build of 20 guys that are going to give us the best chance to win. And I think they can do that with the talent that's here.
Not 100 guys. You had a heck of a career, very underrated your whole career. People don't realize everywhere you went, you were a 280 hitter, second base, you can bat 2-5 in the lineup. Very unheralded for the average fan, but if you knew baseball, you knew how important Howie Kendrick was. Let me get your thoughts on that before you go.
You know what? I definitely appreciate that. I think as a player, you want to go out and play the game hard every day. And, I think one of the biggest things anyone could ever say about you as a player is that they respected the way you played. Your peers respected your game. Regardless of whether you made an all-star team or whether you were this and that, I think if you went out and played the game and you did it the right way, the real players and the real guys knew, and the managers knew who the guys were that they wanted to avoid. And, I always wanted to go about my business the right way and let everybody else do the talking.
And that's the way to do it. And you did your talking against Harris, winning the World Series. Good job there, Howie. Keep up the good work. Enjoy the weekend down there in Cary. Stay cool. Appreciate you coming on here today. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.